Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin broadcasting as always live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on a pretty chill Saturday evening. How's everybody doing out there? Man, when you're unemployed for some stretch of time, the days kind of slip away from you. Felt like a Friday for me today. But I'm doing good. I hope you guys are doing good too. Yo, what's up, Vince? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Okay, we gotta try to finish the King of the Castle game that we started last week. We can get a consensus group in here. Yeah.
Noise and Amorite said just got here and I like your intro. Have a follow. I'll give you some more watches.
Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome to the
Noise
stream.
and Amorite just followed.
I appreciate that. Welcome aboard. I like my intro too. It's been one that's been with me for a while, but now I don't even really think about it. It's just kind of a force of habit.
Maniacal Toaster said hello, it is me. And Devin, we gotta rebuild New Vegas.
What's up, Toaster? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing tonight? I want that. I want that mod to just be able to go around and pick up the rubble and like pick up the broken toilets and sinks and then replace them
Noise
with...
and Amorite said patrolling the Mojave.
Yes, patrolling the Mojave should be a nice and pleasant experience that makes you long for the days of yore. That's what it should be. It should be pleasant.
Maniacal Toaster
You
said
should be
I'm
able to...
unreasonably high and thinking about how much I want to clean up and rebuild. Game in Fallout or something like Fallout.
It just annoys me so much that like the bombs dropped 200 years ago and everything is still like a mess.
Noise and Amorite said rising in.
It's like, sweep up the rubble a little bit.
Maniacal Toaster asks God right.
When I was walking in that casino, well, any one of them, take your pick, but the one that Benny is in, all I could think of is, why is all the wallpaper cracked? Like, is it that hard to get some paint and just put like a fresh coat over all the cracked wallpaper in your casino, in your hotel? Like, everything is just, it's just lazy. It's just laziness. Like, how do you have like the effort to build all of these clans and run these casinos and shit, but you don't have the effort to like, hey, that sink is broken.
Dude Vince said they wanted to seem lived in, but it's lazy.
Pick it up and then like put it in the
Maniacal
trash.
Toaster said they have a guy whose job is to make art and clean shit. He's in the fucking warehouse where they have equipment to make wallpaper.
There are dumpsters all over New
Noise
Vegas.
and Amorite said, but yeah, I really like Fallout 4 because you could at least rebuild something. It's been 200 years. I'm pretty sure some architects survived.
No, they went after all the architects right away.
Maniacal
And all the
Toaster
interior
said,
designers.
And the Bethesda Fallouts are even fucking worse.
Like all the interior designers, they were the first to go. Anybody that ever worked at like a fucking IKEA.
Maniacal Toaster said get you that sim settlement too.
But yeah, like there are so many dumpsters just scattered throughout New Vegas. And you find stuff in them, but it's like, why can't I put stuff in them? There's like broken shit all over the place. Make use of these dumpsters. Put stuff in the dumpster so that you can clean up your area around you. That's the character archetype that Fallout is missing. Like the anal retentive OCD guy that just wants everything to be clean and neat and orderly. And he's just going around. There's just this one guy who's famous throughout the Mojave who just goes around like picking up trash and like sorting things and like making sure things are neat and in order. And like he has a following. He has his own cult devoted
Maniacal
to
Toaster
people
said,
that keep
I'm
things
send you a
neat.
video that scares Fallout fans.
It's just this whole cult of people in like the wastelands that are devoted to keeping things neat and orderly and clean. And if they come to your town and see rubble, they're going to fucking wipe your ass out. They're going to do what the Legions do, what the Legion does, but in a neat and orderly manner. There's not just going to be piles of blood everywhere. They'll slit your throat, but...
Noise and Amorite said all the Fallout world needs is, like, one ghoul from pre-war OSHA. That'd fix everything.
OSHA. Yeah, it is a massive OSHA violation for sure.
Maniacal Toaster said I want Fallout OSHA so much.
That should be a mod too. Like, you don't ever get to use guns in it. You just have like a clipboard and you're just taking notes. You're making notes of all the OSHA violations. And then you have to go to like a courier.
We should do a Fallout Machinima with OSHA.
You go to like a courier and you have to send off your report to the HQ, who then dispatches like fucking the Brotherhood of Steel to come in and fucking enforce OSHA violations.
Noise and Amorite said any OSHA worker would get at least 5 brain aneurysms from the Fallout world.
Oh, easily.
Maniacal Toaster said you have 2 paladins who don't have legs, and no wheelchair ramps. Now, power armor does not count.
They leave their power armor just lying around too. Those things have like many nuclear reactors in the back of them. That can't be safe. You gotta have some conditions with which you store those things in a safe and orderly manner.
Maniacal Toaster said explosive. That could have been harvested a century ago.
Let me go ahead and get this game launched.
The said I had a friend who was waiting for a Fallout 76 sale. He tried the free weekend and said he didn't like it cause it's not a full MMO, like having guilds and stuff. I told him that's exactly why I like it.
It doesn't have guilds? I don't know. I'm not an MMO person, so maybe in a certain way it kind of would speak to me too, but it's weird to have
said, yeah, no guilds.
It's weird to have an MMO that doesn't like try to act like an MMO. Say not.
Noise and Amorite said I tried 76, but I just didn't like it. I don't know what exactly, but it just didn't hook me.
All right, let's see if we can get some kind of consensus here to get this game going.
Maniacal Toaster said, join he blue.
All right, Noise, if you want to play along. Oh,
Noise
okay.
and Amorite said, join.
You already know. You already know.
Said I think it's awesome, but it sucked at launch. When they added NPCs and full quests it really took off. Maniacal Toaster asks what? The Dude Vince said, join he green. Maniacal Toaster asks why did it make me purple?
Because that's what you were last time. You were in the counts.
The Dude Vince said probably were purple in the last game.
Yeah.
Noise and Amorite said I tried it after they added NPCs but I still couldn't. Maniacal Toaster said oh we're continuing a campaign.
Yeah,
LOL.
yeah. Because like I'm close to the end. I'm close to the end. I don't know if I'm gonna win this one or not. It's real. It's a dicey proposition right now. Let's see, where are we at?
The Dude Vince said that's cool. I mostly play it solo and love it TBH. Ooh. So many great updates.
So the North is on the last stage, but they have to get stability to 8, which is, ooh, that's kind of close. It's cutting it really close for the North. The partitions of the coast are 2. They have to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less, and the counts are also in 3. But they have to raise the treasury, so these guys are fighting against one another, and the Chiefs are shockingly close to winning. I don't remember how close I am to winning, but I don't know. Let's see. Is the extension working for you guys? Do I have to? I didn't deactivate it last time, so it should still be running.
Maniacal Toaster said it looks like it'll either be Chiefs or you, but let's see. Maniacal Toaster said it's working for me.
Okay, cool.
The Dude Vince said yeah, it's working.
All right, we have 2. What did I do one last time before I left? I guess I must have. I have a humble request.
Noise and Amorite said this is my first time in this run, so I'm pretty broke, I think. Maniacal Toaster said also I sent the video that scares Fallout fans to you.
Well, you've got $1,000, so you're not broke.
Noise and Amorite said so this will be a difficult solo, I think.
It just depends on what options we have here.
Said I'm sure we'll get more players /.
Oh, Zero, I need your help. The Chiefs of the North. What do you need? I'm writing a book about Northern culture and folklore and how it shapes the North today. There's a new machine that could print hundreds of copies of the same book at once. It's called the printing press. With funding, my book could be sold all over the North, maybe even the whole kingdom. Oh, the North's trying to sell a book, huh? I'm sorry, we don't have the money to spare. Waste the kingdom's gold on your vanity project? I don't think so. Take 500 gold then. 1,000 gold should be enough, I assume. Jesus, I'm not even gonna ask what the contents of the book is. The book could be like a how-to guide on fucking beheading your king. I don't want to mass produce this. If I give him 500. That's gonna be too. I don't know if I want to give this guy any money. Definitely don't want to give him 1,000 or 2,000. But oh, that's gonna oof. Getting a little dicey. This is getting a little dicey right now. I don't know what's gonna happen if I reject this guy. I may just have to tell him I don't have the money to spare. 500 is gonna get me real close to these guys meeting their goal. A rock in a hard place, I see. Yeah, I think you know what? I'm always a fly-by-wire kind of king. Take the 500 gold. Let's get wild with this. That's it. That won't even cover the cost of paper. What the fuck? Give me the money back. Give it back then. Give it back. Bah, never mind. Never mind means you give it back to me. Never mind means you give that shit back to me, you asshole. Jesus, man. Mag happily accepts. It doesn't seem like he's too happy about it. Happily accepts her coin and sends her manuscript to the presses. It doesn't do particularly well. A limited number are sold, predominantly to curious nobles, most of whom proceed to criticize it at any opportunity. All right, well, welcome to the world of book publishing, I guess. Oh, lol. Nah, our money now? Well, you just published a flop, so congratulations. All right, escaped experiment. Apparently something has escaped the cellars of Count Maniacal Toaster. Oh, that's right. Toaster, your original guy died. In fact, I think most people's originals died. Yeah, Vince is the third. So he went through 2 deaths. You're the second. I mean, Noise, you're new here. If Lulu jumps in, I think she's on her 3rd. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the something. It's mine. Hello, Your Majesty. It was a right unholy sight. A monster stitched together from parts dug up from the village cemetery. I recognize my Aunt Edna's earlobes. Bring me Count Toaster II. This creature is my life's work, Your Highness, and my son. His escape was regrettable. He just wanted to see the village up close. Rest assured, I have chained him up far more securely in my dungeon to ensure this won't happen again. Ah, the High Inquisitor. Too late for that, Count. You and your unholy creation must be burnt. You and... Oh, shit. Is Toaster about to be a 3rd as well? It is the only way to cleanse the world of your evil. What should be done with the undead abomination created by Count Maniacal Toaster? A. Burn both Toaster II and his monster. B. Burn the monster but let the Count live. C. The monster may live as long as it stays imprisoned. Or D. Free the monster. Oh boy. I do enjoy King of the Castle. More streamers will play it. I agree. But I guess the fewer streamers that do play it, the more chatters may come in here and play with me. So Thank you for stopping by and playing. I appreciate it. Don't listen to him. He'll be handled soon. Oh, I have a feeling he will be. Devin, if you save my boy, I will act to help you in the next 5 turns. Wow, you do not treat your child well, huh? Locked up in a dungeon. Next 5 votes, I'll do. Next 5 votes, I'll do whatever you want. If you save my, well, I mean, it's gonna be to the council, but I guess I can. I mean, there are 2 options that could end with the child being killed. I can only veto one. So I'll veto that one. I wish people wouldn't stream reruns of this game, though. It's off-putting for viewers. I noticed that, too. There are a lot of people that do just straight up rebroadcast their sessions. Oh, shit. You guys are going for the wild card play. Free the monster. Ooh, okay. That's a dice roll. I'm feeling okay about that dice roll, but we gotta see. We gotta see. No, Your Majesty, the boy's not ready for freedom. This will end in disaster. Ooh, the faith is now heathen. The council would free this unholy monster and allow its twisted creator to go unpunished? What kind of message does this send? You're all mad. You'll see. Doom will come to the east. Doom! Oh, she's doing a bender. I suppose D is the only one that isn't guaranteed to decap my goal. No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I guess, yeah, I guess you say it's not guaranteed, but if I fail this dice roll, unfortunately, ooh, the High Inquisitor's words prove prophetic. The abomination snaps after relentless bullying from the suspicious villagers. It goes on a spree across the east, torching the fields and murdering peasants. Aww. Well, there goes that stability, huh? Which I guess is good for me, but I don't like that authority dropping a bit. It's finally brought to justice by an angry mob. The common folk mock you for allowing your soft heart to blind you to common sense. Oh God, no. No, my boy. Oh, jeez. Well, hey, you know what? I did not allow for that. I tried to veto at least one of the options that would have resulted in him dying. And it was just a dice roll whether he was going to survive this or not. So I tried. I tried. As your monarch, I did try. Okay. Tax time. Oh my God. I think I need to. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Tax me is the only way to cure my sadness. I can't. Your defiance is too high. Your defiance is too high for that. But if I cut taxes, then that goal. Oh, Jesus, this is tough. I may have to fucking. I will not vote for rebellion. Are you sure? Hit me with that taxation and I will actively say no to rebellion. I just get monetarily milked. Okay, fair enough. I will accept those terms. I will accept those terms. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna roll with that then. I'm gonna roll with that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. Your spy master takes you to a secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into a hidden chamber where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife between a traitor's ribs. I can be sure of their loyalty. I've been very careful in my selection. You can rely on these agents. Soon they will infiltrate the courts of all the nobles on your council, disguised as traveling bards. One of the spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute and colorful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattery, they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. Then we will have a spy network the likes of which the world has never seen. I hope to make even the Gaunt of Tabalin look like rank amateurs. Can they give us a song? A few notes are plucked on the lute. The assembled spies launch into a ballad. It's actually not bad. Your toe is tapping. If you think this is good, you should see them throw a knife. Cut a rope at 30 yards away. Or at 30 yards. They will learn to fear me. Indeed, Your Majesty. A week passes before you hear more news. Your spy master arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, small as a cherry stem, clutched between her 2 fingers. This is a message from one of our agents in the field, Your Majesty. I sent her to Chief Noyce. Noyce name? Wait, hold on. I never actually read your name. Noyce name my rights. Okay, Noyce name my rights. Clan call disguised as a skald with bagpipes at her back. Oh, wonderful news. Don't get too excited. This is only the first step. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, this is based off of my trade, which is a 70%. Now, that 70% roll on stability failed, so there's a chance that this 70% roll on trade can fail too. Just call me Noyce, everyone does. Fair enough. Oh, he succeeded. Oh, hell yeah. The spy master studies the scroll for a moment and a smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candle flame and it vanishes in a puff of cinders. She's been welcomed into Chief Noyce's court with open arms and is already flattering them with fawning songs. Let's hope our other spies are just as successful. Over the next few weeks, you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your nobles' courts. Now we must hope they can maintain their cover. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes. A few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for Noyce has a irrational fear of lemons. You do now. We even have a few illicit romances between nobles and our generically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself. Oh, we're doing Epstein stuff. We got the Epstein files going on in my kingdom. This calls for insane laughter. Ha 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 ha. Oh, damn it, did the stream go down? Mother... Am I back? I should be back. I don't know why this keeps happening. Am I back? Am I live? I thought my internet crapped out for a moment there. No, this is something related to my cat or my OBS. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing it. You're using item to multi-stream? Yes, I am. How's it going? Yo, what's up, Brandon? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? All right. I don't know if you guys will need to rejoin because of my crap out. but I won. I just won this game anyway, so we'll see. We'll see what happens on the next go. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. Over the next few weeks, your spies send back more and more positive reports. Soon, you've established a spy network throughout the entire kingdom. With a sense of smugness that you call your next council session. As the nobles file in, you realize you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. Listen, your esteemed highness, this is Vince the Third. I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? No. I must have misheard you. I just called a vote. Let's go, chop chop. Lord Partition, can you come up here for a moment? I need a word in private. Lord Partition Vince the Third walks up to their throne, his face quizzical. Your spy master leans over and whispers something in his ear, and he looks suddenly horrified. By the 9th, how did you know that? Only my mother knows about that. Sit down, Lord Partition. If the monarch doesn't want to vote today, there will be no vote. Lord Vince III returns to his seat, trembling like a leaf. Chief Noyce. Big-ass axe. This is an outrage. The vote must go ahead. Hey, care for some lemonade? Ah! Leave me alone. I'll do whatever you say. About time. When you leave the council hall, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun, an era of cooperation or else. Your wife meets you back in your chambers, your heir Zero the Second in her arms. Exactly what I would have done, Zero. Masterful work. This is where my reign really begins. Everyone who ever crossed me will pay. We should start teaching little Zero how to follow in my footsteps. Good idea. After this, I get the feeling he'll be wearing a crown one day. That night, you sleep an untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on the throne. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare to defy you. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did last winter or that you know where they sleep at night. Yes. Yo, my one fear, lemons. The chief's attempt to replace the monarch's advisor never panned out. One night, Chief Scavenger Vincent awoke to find a smiling spy master holding a knife to his throat and kindly asking him to desist. Shortly after Monarch Zero's reign ended, the Inquisitors raided Countess Lulu's castle and placed her under arrest for evil magic. Damn, they killed her again? Damn, this is like a post-credit killing. She might be the fourth. She screamed the secret name of the seventh god. The partition's attempt to buy the kingdom ended in failure. Bankruptcies were filed. Marks were scratched in secret ledgers. The risk-reward calculus wasn't favorable. Perhaps next time. Oh shit, I got off easy? Yeah, you weren't even mentioned. I guess you were just kind of chilling at your house. It seems the Chiefs got off the easiest this game with a simple stop. Yeah, just like a, no more. No more of that stuff, sir. They didn't have to file bankruptcy, at least. Monarch Zero ruled from the shadows, getting their way in the council with blackmail and threats. Sounds kind of familiar, huh? The nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered it a golden age. Now that's the part that doesn't sound very familiar. After 15 years of unquestioned rule, Monarch Zero died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. Alright. Game length, 2 years and 9 months. Spouse is Mag of the North. Successor is King Zero II. Of the nobles, the wealthiest is Toaster, even though I taxed his ass. And the poorest is Noyce because he just joined the game today. Oh, that's Zero II? Where'd he get this scar from? He's inheriting a pretty suspicious kingdom here. Fuck Biddy, will make him pay for stabbing us in the back. I want a society like that? A society like what? The woes of being wealthy. Of course I was the broke because I was only alive for 2 rounds. Well, we can move on to the next. With King Zero II. right, hit those joins. Oh, Brandon, I just saw. Might have to go on strike at your job. What's that all about? Strikes. That's the soup du jour, it seems, and I'm for it. I approve. By the way, when the great Khans kept talking to you about Benny, you should clip that and make it a YouTube short. It was funny. Oh, yeah, I should. I should clip that. Toaster, are you gonna join in on this round? We need a count. We need a count. Oh boy. Oh, where is... Hey, Lulu, welcome back. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for popping in. Toaster, you're doing vote. You gotta do join. You gotta do join. I appreciate your enthusiasm to vote, though. Yo, Asterisk 72, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Do you have any idea how fucking toasted I am right now? Fair enough. I had your stream minimized and was waiting, but I had it muted. Oops. Well, you missed the end of King Zero the First's reign. I won, but now it's time for Zero the Second, and I have to come up with a character archetype for this guy. Okay, I have his character. I have King Zero the Second's character archetype in mind. So, yo, what's up, Gabe? Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? All right, we got 2 on the Chiefs. We've got 2 on the Counts, and Vince stands alone with the partition. I just remember I typed as fast as I could. It'd be funny as fuck for me if I was you right now. Oh god, I wish I didn't have any inhibitions against drugs. Well, everybody moves at their own pace, and Toaster's pace is getting toasted. All right, let's start with the coronation. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your parent, but now it's your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. But it's my coronation. This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote, even this. Shall we call the nobles in? All right, what are we gonna do? A, host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. B, invite foreign dignitaries to show off our wealth. C, throw the king into the river. And D, outdated traditions. There's no need for a coronation at all. I'll let you guys decide this one. I wonder if we'll do something new for once. Well, we'll see. Everybody likes throwing the king in the river for some reason. Oh, you sons of bitches, you're trying to pillage my wealth. You're trying to pillage my wealth. Alright, I guess everybody's votes are in. You guys see? I guess you guys can see the outdated traditions. There's no need for a coronation at all. It's decided. There will be no coronation. Right? That lowers my authority a little bit. What? But I was looking forward to that. But would have been a waste of time and money anyways. The lack of a coronation bewilders the common folk, most of whom won't see your name or face until the new coins are minted. Fair enough. Council introductions. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet the Council of Nobles, alright? The chiefs, we've got Chief Noyce. Good luck in the days ahead, your highness. You'll need to dealing with us lot. You have the counts. Count Toaster II. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your grace. I was dismayed to hear of your parents' passing. And the partitions, which is Vince again, by himself. A pleasure, your serene highness. I hope to see your kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Council Hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Yep, nobles be nobling. Alright. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill. With your parent out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I'm gonna go military again. I've got to do some conquering. I want to do some conquer. I've never conquered in this game. A warrior king is sure to be remembered fondly if he wins more battles than he loses. You know, it's kind of hard to go this path without having the Barons of the March as one of your regions, but we'll see. As just over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. Oh, thank you, Lulu. Lulu, you're always on top of pinning the instructions in the chat. And I never put any thought into that shit. I'm just like, we're playing it, let's go. Although, thankfully, this game is popular enough to where people who pop in to play already know. Yo, what's up, Anthony? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Sven of the Scavenger Vincent clan, a powerful northern orator, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, screaming like a fallen god. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter, King Zeroth II. How do we make that happen? All right, chiefs, you're voting. Gabe and Noyce. A, sorcery. B, doppelganger. C, prophecy. Doppelganger. The chiefs plan to swap the real king for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must keep defiance to 4 or less in 4 seasons. That one's already ticked off for him. Alistair of the Lulu Deadly Dynasty, charismatic former hermit. I was a hermit, but then I decided I like parties. Leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We could bring back those days of glory, but not while the false king Zero II wears a crown. All right. Counts. A, subterfuge. B, intimidation. Or C, uprising. Yes, now it is the voting time, Toaster. All right, looks like uprising it is. The counts plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the king before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the counts must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. That one's checked off for them too. Alpheus of the Vence family, notorious former pirate, scribbles with the well-used quill on a hardwood desk, speaking calmly. Fellow partitions of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Zero II. Something must be done. All right, Vence. A, monopoly. B, conspiracy. Or C, corruption. I should have discussed first. I was talking dinner with this kiddo and got distracted. No, I guess no worries on my part, but I doubt Toaster's taking it personally either. All right, conspiracy. The partitions plan to sink the king under an ocean of debt. To advance their scheme, the partitions must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 3 seasons. Those guys are going to be fighting again. Swing vote, Monarch's golden choice. Stop the count to do the bribing law. Once again, the counts and the partitions are openly against each other while the chiefs are just doing something else. The chiefs march by the beat of their own drum. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with the Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the partitions offer the greatest gladiators, champions of the arena. I can't remember who I chose. Unfortunately, we can't recruit the Northern Warriors. There's been a major scandal. They got drunk and burned down Church of the Ninth? What? I haven't seen this before. Why is this a thing? Did I choose the North last time? Is that why? I can't remember who I chose last time. Oh, is that because the faith is so low? Maybe, I guess. No, wait, their faith is higher than yours. Their faith is higher than... I don't know, this is weird. They won't come to the capital until this blows over. You'll need to pick someone else. All right, so either the Knights from the East or the Coastal Gladiators. I could have sworn I picked the Coastal Gladiators last time. No, you know what? I did do the Eastern Knights. That's right. I think I did get the Eastern Knights. Because there was that parade, remember? They kept doing parades, and I was like, let's just unleash a monster on these assholes. And then the monster got out, and then like in the middle of their parade, they just whooped ass and like killed all the monsters and then got right back to parading around. So I think I picked the Eastern Knights last time, yeah. I guess I'll go with the Coastal Gladiators this time. I await your verdict with bated breath. You didn't go Femboy Army? I thought I did. I thought that was what the whole parade thing was about, right? The parades were just in the East. Okay. Oh, so the parades were just in the East. Okay. Yeah, actually it was about your military than it was anything else. All right, I'll choose the Eastern Knights then. I'll make the arrangements at once, all right? The knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. Commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. Okay. Ah, fucking the East. God damn it. You have an invitation and a horror in the East. I mentioned how much the East annoys me at times. As a monarch, it annoys me. No invitation. Without a word, Count Toaster II hands you a blood-red envelope. It is sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night later that evening. Yeah, I'll go to your Epstein party, Toaster. I'll see you at the next vigil, Your Majesty. Alright. Horror in the East. Countess Lulu II. Oh, I thought you may have been a third. Your Grace, a monster has been stalking my farms at night, smashing down the doors of cottages and feasting on the peasants inside. How many victims? Dozens, Your Highness, and only a few have survived the attacks. The survivors tell a garbled story about gleaming fangs amid a mountain of blood-soaked fur. How should the council deal with the monster in the east? Send the count's army to deal with the abomination? No, their army's not great. Offer a substantial bounty on the monster? This is no concern of ours. Let's do the Witcher option. I will pay you. I'm gonna do Monarch's Golden Choice, and I will pay you if you vote for the Witcher option. Let's get a Witcher on this case. Can you move chat so we can see the options? Yes. Where did I have it last time? I don't even know if there's a really good place. Maybe I should just turn chat off. Should I just turn chat off? I don't really have a good place to put it. Right here. Do you think this game would come with a place for chat? You would think. All right. I'm bribing you all to vote for B. Let's get this Witcher going. All my Bath and Body Works candles are just burnt the hell out. I gotta go make a run. Make a run for some more candles. Or I should just learn to start making my own scented candles. Ah, shit. Burn the fuck out of me. Alright. Good job. The bounty is placed. Hopefully some enterprising monster slayer will claim it soon. Auction. Alright. Deer Park, a library, fortress, a monument, aqueduct, and a theater. Which does the aqueduct? I can't remember which stories are spawned by the aqueduct. In fact, I actually can't remember which stories are spawned by most of these. Which one gets you to pirates? I want the Pirate Queen. Whatever gets us on the track to encountering the Pirate Queen. F. Theater? Why are you trying to lower my authority? I may just abstain from this auction. None of these gets me anything the Chiefs need, and I need the money. Hey, you always have that option. You don't have to vote for anything. I gotta start pissing the Chiefs off. You guys, we're on too friendly terms. A theater and an aqueduct. All right, Vince, big spender. You know, I appreciate your Jesus Christ, accounts. What the fuck? I gotta tax you guys. Like, I appreciate the notion that, like, you get the money and then you spend it immediately. You don't hoard wealth at all. You are a tax and spend liberal. Dynasty event. The Archbishop's Fury. What the fuck? Hold on, let me do the spouse thing. I'll get this out the way first. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Women. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. See what they have to offer. Do that. Let's see what this Archbishop's Fury is all about. You're enjoying a peaceful breakfast when the Archbishop barges into your dining hall waving a scrap of paper. Majesty, this is an outrage. This was nailed on the door of the cathedral this morning by some two-bit priest called Smote Lemongrave. What? A great name. It's short for, may I be smote by the ninth if I ever prove unworthy. A religious family, the Lemongraves. I actually like that. Smote Lemongrave. That is a great name. Smote Lemongrave. Anyway, his name is not important. I beg to differ, sir. This is an essay decrying the church, making all sorts of fantastical accusations. What exactly are his issues? He claims that we're corrupt just because we're selling premium tickets to a cushy afterlife at 100 gold a pop. Jesus Christ. And he wants the church to officially change the fourth sentence of page 118 of the Holy Book so that it forbids selfishness instead of elfishness. He claims it's a typo just because elves aren't real. Elfishness. He even criticizes my hat, says it's a bit much. How dare he? Smells like heresy to me, Your Majesty. I can have a pyre built in the city square before noon. You fucking maniacs. This guy sounds normal. This guy sounds perfectly normal. Track down Smote and have him burned at the stake? No. Destroy the heretical mission? The church should address these concerns. Oh. It's a real risk having my authority go down even lower than it is. I gotta veto C. I can't risk that one. Destroy the heretical missive and leave it at that. All right, you know what? You guys can figure this one out. Hey, there's a high roller. Yeah, no, I was on Lemongrave's side before he called the bishop's hat stupid. You never insult a man's hat. Oh, I'll always be on his side just because Smote Lemongrave sounds like the kind of name that you would hear in like a fantasy version of Star Wars. Like if Star Wars took place in a Lord of the Rings setting, a character would definitely be named Smote Lemongrave. Oh, we're rolling the dice on faith, huh? Destroy the heretical missive and leave it at that. The letter is tossed into a nearby fireplace and quickly burns to ash. Fortunately, the newfangled printing press means that Smote's words are not so easily destroyed. A splinter faction of the church churns out thousands of copies of the so-called Lemongrave missive. Soon there are widespread riots, really? Over a typo? Across the kingdom, and the church is widely scorned as venal and corrupt. Okay, stability drops. Faith is whatever. Sure. Star Wars, but retold in Lord of the Rings would be kind of neat. This is one godless kingdom, huh? Every single game, I would like to play a run of this where we go the faith route, but my community is not a faith-based community. Like every time we have an opportunity to side against the church, we take it for whatever reason. We are incapable of listening to the church, pretty much. It's very reactive that way. The Crimson Vigil takes place in a bleak castle atop an eastern hill. Your journey takes weeks, and your baggage train keeps getting stuck in bogs. Guests at the Crimson Vigil compete on who can dress in the most ghoulish and frightening costumes. What did you dress as? A demon with horns, cloven hooves, and red skin. A ghost tattered in clothing draped with clanking chains. A dragon with gem-studded wings and a golden tail. Hell no. I'm trying to... What is this? These guys need to lower it to... Okay, but this... I gotta spend some money. I gotta spend... Oh, my only option... Ooh... I can thread this needle. I can thread this needle. All right. Both remain unchecked. Whew. Oh, my authority went up a little. The wings get stuck in the castle's doorways, and you keep tripping over the tail, but the counts are in awe at such a display of ostentatious wealth. As you're assessing your appearance, Count Toaster II sweeps in, dressed as a living corpse. Welcome, welcome. Your costume is extraordinary, Your Highness. Truly, it puts the rest of us to shame. Thank you. Thank you. That treasury is looking good, so long as I don't have to fucking spend anything.
May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
And ironically, I think that might be happening, but... Oh, but who still meets their goal? That's right, baby. The Chiefs on top. Yeah, I gotta butter you guys up or something. Wait, hold on. No, I gotta piss you off. That's what I gotta do. I gotta piss you off. Sound the horn. Oh man, you really want me to do that? I haven't done that in ages. I don't even know if I can. I'll do the posture check and the hydrate check. I guess I could sound the horn. Damn it. Right there. I just gotta stand up. I really don't want to stand up. It's a celebration? Fine. Oh boy. See if I can do this. For a little second. Oh my god. It's been like a year since I did this. I can't nail it. Alright, you know what? That's the best you're gonna get. Sorry, that's the best you're getting. I'm making myself lightheaded trying to fucking... Ew. I'll have to practice off stream or something so I don't kill everybody's eardrums. You sound like a dying elephant. Yeah, that wasn't great. Dying in a battle against a mighty army. Please remember to stay in the upper levels. The dungeons are out of bounds. In the ballroom, you find the counts gathered, all dressed up as frightful monsters. Wolfmen, pumpkinheads, witches. A waiter glides past, holding a tray of canapes, or whatever that is. The pianist plays a mournful tune. The Crimson Vigil begins at midnight. What role will you take? A mourner, or are you willing to portray a hound of the betrayer? Can you tell me more about these roles? Surely you're familiar with our customs, Your Majesty. If you're unsure, you should stick with being a mourner. Do you not have a more prestigious role you can offer me? The most prestigious role is the King in Exile, but that is usually reserved for only for counts who have been attending the vigil for many years. I'll play a mourner. What is the Hound of the Betrayer? Play a Hounds of the Betrayer. Counts gather. After Count Toast II delivers a short speech about remembering the old ways, a flaming crown is placed upon his head. I'll be playing the King in Exile this evening. The Hounds of the Betrayer will try to catch me, but fear not. I am swift as a falling star and old as the hills. Chase after him. When Uncle Toaster II runs down the corridor, flames licking behind him, and you give chase, a dozen other Hounds of the Betrayer run alongside you, howling and yipping enthusiastically. Somehow, despite the silly costume and massive flaming hat, Toaster II is quick on his feet. Catching him won't be easy. Head back to the mourners without catching your prey. Chase after him. Slip back into your chambers, abandoning the game entirely. Oh, geez. It's only a 40% chance if I try to continue chasing him. Going back to the mourners lowers Defiance, but Defiance is already 0, so I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to roll the dice on chasing after him. Oh, I got him! Despite your stupid wings getting stuck in doorways, you grab hold of Toaster II and drag him back to the circle of mourners. Got your ass. Thought you could run past me. What's up? Yo, what's up, Gabriel? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Y'all remember when we had, like, channels instead of everything being on streaming? Y'all remember the PS2? Yo, do y'all remember when cell phones were only phones? Is that your reminiscence on the old times? The ceremony concludes with a mock execution, and a bottle of very expensive red wine is spilled all over Toaster II's head. After that, the music is more cheerful. Authority is more commanding now. The counts dance and chat long into the night. At dawn, you board your carriage and begin the long journey back to the capital. Hell yeah, successful party. Successful party, then. Guess that's everything. Discontent on the rise. Perched atop a hill in the remote eastern wilderness sits a dark, austere castle. At the top of its tallest tower, Count Toaster II and his co-conspirators can be found deep in their cups. It's not enough. The lowborn couldn't care less about the king or his hoarded wealth. How are we supposed to incite an uprising in this climate? Countess Lulu. We should start by ensuring the king actually has some wealth to flaunt. A shame the king seems determined to be destitute. Perhaps he's just really bad with money. As the count's aim is to raise the treasury to 2,000 or more. Ooh, I just barely slipped under that with my with threading that needle on my costume there. Just barely got me under. But now it's these other guys. I guess I don't want to. If I keep it like this, then they're gonna. Gonna tax the chiefs. I'm gonna cut taxes on. Woo! Boy, that's close. Living on the edge there on that one. What if I guess that's doable. This is doable. This is doable. This is doable. threading that needle. I'm threading that monetary needle. Whew. Hear that? Sounds like failure. Couldn't be the Chiefs, baby. Oh, it'll be you soon enough. Devin, I don't think requiring yourself to be at so little money for so long is a good idea. I think biting the bullet and just trying to be rich would be the better choice. Something's gonna happen. Either you lose or you give a fuck ton of money. Well, look, threading the needle right now. I'm threading the needle. I'm weaving in between. All right. So far, things are okay. So bridges will be crossed once we approach them. The true belief. Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, let's look at this Monster Slayer thing first. See what Marley of Rivia has to say. Your Majesty, you offered a bounty on the monster in the east. I could have collected it by now, but I wanted to speak to you first. Why? Last week I hunted the beast down, found it feasting on the remnants of some unlucky peasant. Damn creature lopped away before I could kill it, so I followed it at a distance. The beast made its way back to a grand keep. Before my very eyes, I witnessed this bloodthirsty beast transform back into Count Toaster II. Toaster is a fucking lycanthrope. You know what manner of creature this might be? It's some kind of skin shedder, no doubt. A nightmare beast that lives within Count Toaster II's skin and comes out at night. He will have no memory of his crimes, I'm sure. What should I do? Removing the head would be a good start. I can do the deed for a small fee. God forbid deeply closeted trans women have hobbies. I'm gonna take it to the council. Your council is shocked at the revelation that Count Toaster II is responsible for the horrors of the East. Infamy, libel, I am innocent. Alright, what are we gonna do? Send a team of inquisitors to investigate the claim? Arrest Count Toaster II at once? Or order Count Toaster II to keep his condition under control? Toaster, I don't think murder counts as a hobby. I'm gonna veto this middle option only because that lowers my military and I want to invade somebody. I've got to invade somebody, so I'll let you guys choose between those two. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back in a sec. All right. Oh, we're going with sending a... Oh, shit. We're making the faith play? Oh, this is not going to end well. This isn't going to end well at all. I'm honored by your trust, Your Highness. A team of inquisitors are dispatched to investigate the claim that Count Toaster II sometimes turns into a monster. Hopefully, they'll return intact. The counts, of course, register their disapproval that the church is meddling with their private affairs. They want the matter to be dealt with, but not like this. Okay. Best be a good, whatever gender you are around the church, Toaster. About to turn that 2 into a 3? Oh, maybe. Maybe. I found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible woman from each of the kingdoms, 3 regions. Choose wisely. Be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. All right, let's take a look. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Frida, firstborn daughter of the Northern Noise clan. Apparently she can be a little shy with strangers, but I'm sure she's wonderful when she comes out of her shell. She's made herself quite wealthy with a series of shrewd investments. People say she nurses a grudge, though. This is Desdemona, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Lulu Deadly dynasty. Forgive the snooty expression. I'm sure that's caused by an errant brushstroke. Spends most of her time with a fencing master, mastering the blade. Master the blade. I've heard rumor that she's training herself for some epic confrontation with an old rival. Okay, that sounds awesome. And finally, from the coast, we have Camilla, the wealthy heiress to the Lord Patrician Vince III's estate. She wasn't originally an heiress, but her elder sister had an unfortunate accident. Oh, geez, what the fuck? Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. Unfortunately, she's quite bad at it. All her business deals seem to fall through. I like the sound of that. I'm like Paul Wall, but instead of delivering everybody's grills, I'm giving everyone numbers. I just got my confirmation I'm doing sword fighting demos at the fair again this year. Oh, well, then she's a chip off the old block then, huh? The old Desdemona, the chip off the old block. Let's see. Yo, what's up, Gilf? Welcome back to the stream. Hey, Vince, you got a buddy now. Now every region has at least 2. I'm gonna go with... Desdemona. I gotta figure out what this grudge is that she's, Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta figure out what this grudge is that, she's training at the sword for. Also, that knocks the Chiefs out of their goal. So... Threading a needle. Threading a needle here. I'm threading a needle. Things will go bad at some point, but right now I'm threading a delicate needle. Excellent. I'll make all the arrangements. Show your favoritism for the Chiefs, choosing them twice in a row. Alright, let's see what this true believer shit is about. Your Majesty, the followers of Smote Lemongrave has come back. The followers of Smote Lemongrave are only growing more powerful. Now they're calling themselves the United Separatist Church of Radical Reformation and True Belief. Or the True Believers for short, thank God. How are they so influential so quickly? It's those accursed printing presses. They're spreading pamphlets across the kingdom faster than we can confiscate them. Even some of my priests are being convinced. What can we do? They want to get rid of me and my hat. Oh, have them all burned at the stake? That's a lot of them though, right? I don't know if I want to do that. B, forbid the use of printing presses altogether. C, allow pamphlets to circulate. D, fight fire with fire. Print counter pamphlet. Yes. Let's do a PSYOP campaign. We're gonna go full CIA. We're gonna start printing up all this fucking slander and propaganda. We're gonna do our own little version of COINTELPRO here. Let's do D. I'm gonna bribe you guys to vote for D. Let's do a propaganda campaign. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm bribing you. You'll make some money if you vote for the propaganda campaign. I found a Reddit thread from 2023 with a list of Twitch-enabled games for chat. One of them is called "Don't Shit on My What? Roof? Don't shit on my bleeping roof." Interesting. Perfectly, as none of our first stages being fulfilled. Coin flip. Let's see how lucky you are. Good evening, good peeps. I hope you're all safe and stoned. Aw hell, Ming Devin. Long may he reign. Yo, what's up, St. Mary Farms? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? All right, we are in agreement. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This may prove interesting. You're right. The church has its own printing presses. We should be using them. A full-blown pamphlet war erupts. Lakes of ink and mountains of paper are wasted on shrill denunciations of the opposition. The true believers accuse the church of corruption and selfishness, while the church accuses the true believers of heresy and elfishness, and so on. The common folk... Oh, it failed! Brutal. Brutal. The common folk grow panicked and angry. Several churches are burned. Oh, God. Oh, it's turning into the fucking Jim Crow South. Priests are driven out of their villages by stone-hurling mobs. Okay, so stability lowers a little bit. Faith can't go lower in the north. That's normal. Faith is now agnostic in the coast, and it as heathen in the east, which is also normal. A schism in the church appears inevitable. All right, cool. True believers. Smote Lemongrave. What a guy. What a guy. Smote Lemongrave. In a dingy seaside tavern, two partitions of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The treasury's not empty. The king won't be tempted by our loan offers. Maybe we could arrange some kind of heist? Don't get ahead of yourself, Lord Partition. This coup will be conducted entirely within the bounds of the law. We have our principles, after all. All right, the partition's aim is to lower treasury to 1,500 or less. Swing votes. I'm gonna stick with what I've got. Oh, well, speak of the devil. Schism in the church. Do this royal wedding first. Your wedding to Desdemona is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Desdemona at your side. You take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife. I do. I pronounce you king and wife. All right. Stability goes back up. Hey, authority's up. Defiance lowers. Damn it! Fucking Defiance. No. I need the North. I need the North to be mad at me for a little bit. Spit on them. Spit on them at the dance. Spit on them at the reception. By the time you find yourself alone with Desdemona, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame we had to see all those filthy peasants. Jesus Christ. She's a fucking elitist. Lining the streets on the way to the cathedral. Back of the east, our guards would know how to deal with that rabble. Hope you're not feeling homesick already. Of course not. I never get homesick. Actually, I can't abide people who waste time dwelling on the past. What are your thoughts on the state of the kingdom? Well, you know, the kingdom looks after itself. Does not immediately change the topic about something she's more interested in. Well, I'm a champion fighter. Never been beaten in hand-to-hand combat. Each of my fingers has a kill count, actually. Oh, that's so interesting. It is, isn't it? Anyway, to continue on the subject, you gently fall asleep to the sound of Desdemona droning on about herself. Okay, so she's a little conceited. The Inquisitors return. Let's see what's going on here with Toaster. Your Majesty, I have received word back from the Inquisitors you sent east to investigate the claims about Count Toaster II and his nocturnal activities. I hope for your sake they've got results. We placed Count Toaster II in heavy iron chains and waited until nightfall. He transformed into a vicious monster, black fur, claws like scythes. It broke free and killed a dozen Inquisitors before we subdued it. It is clear that Count Toaster II was a devil worshipper cursed by the Ninth God for his sins. We request permission to burn him alive in the town square. Burn, burn, burn. That's your answer to everything. I can't say as a avowed pyromaniac, I can't go with that. Burning is a good solution. Should I just say do it? Should I just say do it? What do you say? Listen, let me give my defense. All right, Toaster, you're on the stand. Give your defense. Why shouldn't I burn you? This is a monarch singular choice here. Have your say. Say your piece, man. I shall send it to you via voice. Via voice. Don't burn toasters. Werewolves make great soldiers. Only if they can be controlled. This guy is popping off and killing everything in sight. How do you propose? Council won't like that. I should hold a vote. I don't know if I like that. Burn him. Can't have challengers to your authority. I think I'll play some Ghost Recon and then maybe make some veggie and then maybe make some veggie fried rice or hummus and rice in a tortilla wrap. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, well, I like that you started off with, just burn him. You can't have him challenging your authority. But hey, I think I'm going to make myself some veggie fried rice and a hummus and a tortilla wrap while you burn this heretic. Burn him, suffer not a wolf among guardian dogs. I'm hearing a lot. I'm hearing a lot for the burning here. I'm not hearing a defense. I'm not hearing a defense. It's coming, Toaster. You're bogging up the game. I gotta make a decision here. Decision point. You need not an East of Hounds and Beasts. I mean, that's what the East is all about. Beast and ghouls and demons and shit. Scent. Oh boy. What is this?
Now listen, I was.
Hold on a second. Turn that down a little.
Now listen, I was minding my own business, just going about my day.
Are you the pedo from Family Guy? That's an automatic burn, 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 burn. All right, I don't need to listen anymore. If you're Herbert from Family Guy, that's what I'm hearing here. Is this what's going on? What?
Sometimes you just gotta turn into a werewolf and attack people. As you all know, I was sick as a three-headed dog in Iraq. My lungs are all slowly melting down and turning into a organ boy soup. Money me money now. Give money me now, money me now, a lot now. Watch 8 Crazy Nights 8 times.
That's the defense, huh? Herbert. Oof. Oof. That's a failed dice roll for me. I see the logic. I say forgive him. Well, I'm voting to burn his ass for that. Even if we choose a vote, I feel the general consensus would be burned anyways. This is a little tough. I was erring on the side of not burning, but that Herbert voice. Ooh. How about this, Toaster? I'll keep you alive, but you gotta be on my side. No more schemes against the crown. No more schemes against the crown. We can have an alliance if I keep you alive. If I survive, deal? Okay. Guess it's gonna go down to a vote. If you survive. Send soldiers to kill Count Toaster II in secret. Oh, Jesus. We're going to do the Fred Hampton on you. Throw Count Toaster II into your dungeons? That kind of counts the same. Order Count Toaster to keep control of his condition? I'm not sure how you would exactly do that. Burn the beast alive in public. Oh, Jesus. I get the sense, Toaster, that you're going to end up a pile of ashes one way or another on this one. I don't think there's anything I could do about. I mean, I guess I could try to bribe. I can't veto all the killing you options here. I think if Devin votes C, we'll have enough votes. If that's the play, Vince, I can do that. I can do that. I can cast a vote for C. I can cast a vote for C. See what happens. I feel like Toaster's gonna vote for D. Why do I feel like that's gonna be the plot twist here? Oh, okay. I think we might be in the clear here. I think we might be in the clear here. Vote F. Alright. I can only apologize for my indiscretions. From now on, I will confine myself to the dungeon whenever I experience my little episodes. I appreciate you handling this matter privately. A few days later, you hear word that the monster attacks have ceased. Unfortunately, rumors spread that the king refused to punish the monster that devastated so many peasant families. Well, you know, what you gotta do? What you gotta do? Alright. Congratulations, Toaster. You survived. Against everything itching in me to set someone on fire, as is my way, you managed to escape unscathed. So, congratulations. Throwing him in the dungeon is not killing him, just saying. It ends up giving, the game treats it like the character dies. So it would have given him a number. He's already Toaster the Second. It would have made him Toaster the Third. So it kind of treats it the same as a death. All right, let's see. A schism in the church. Oh boy. The Archbishop arrives to see you. You've never seen him looking so defeated. My priests are at each other's throats over this true believer nonsense. The common folk are going over to them in droves. I think the church is going to split in two. Please, can the council help me stop this madness? My inquisition is too small. That's the problem. Triple my numbers. No, quadruple. I need an army. What should the council do in response to the church splitting in two? A. Strike a compromise with the true believers. B. Provide the High Inquisitor with a personal army. C. Take advantage of the church's weakness for financial gain. D. Sit back and let it happen. Brother. Well, all of these options except for the first one lowers my military. So I'm gonna bribe everyone to let's strike a compromise with the true believers. But let's not do something that's gonna look, because I haven't even had the opportunity to go to war with anyone yet. Where are my war options? I'm trying to conquer with the military here. And it's everything. I'm doing everything I can to keep my army intact. Let's compromise with the true believers, at least until I can invade the Ashmead Empire or something. All right, 500 gold or however much the bribes are. It's 500. Yeah, 500 gold if you vote for A. I'm being Elon Musk over here with my big personal check. Tied at 2. Oh, okay. Well, great. Guess which one the monarch is picking. At the council's bidding, the archbishop meets with the leader of the true believers and hashes out a compromise. So, no more tickets to the afterlife. We'll change the wording of the holy text to forbid both selfishness and elfishness. Well, why do we need to be bigots against elves? I feel like Ty should have a coin toss since you get to pick it anyways. No, I'm the monarch. Ties goes to the monarch. No coin toss involved. I didn't pick anything. I didn't pick anything until the tie. Damn it, Mom distracted me and I accidentally voted C. Good job, Lulu. Thank you. Thank you. That's the alliance that the Counts of the East have with the crown now. Subterfuge. But can I at least keep my hat? No, we hate the hat. The hat must go. Really gonna take this guy? Your hat's no better, man. Your hat's not. Let the guy have his hat. He's really loves his hat. Let him have his hat. Fine. Oh, look at that. That sucks. That sucks. How about I get the hat back on Wednesdays and Fridays? And I must be allowed to wear it in the presence of the king, of course. That would be acceptable to us. Okay, they're giving him his hat, kind of. The true believers grudgingly return to the main body of the church. At long last, the religious riots die down. Okay, shit, look at that. Stability skyrocketed. Faith has kind of gone up a little bit too. But with the archbishop's power now diminished, so is the king's legitimacy. Your divine right to rule no longer sounds convincing. That's fine. In addition, the nobles are furious to find the church has forbidden selfishness. That's the very foundation of an aristocracy. What, are they supposed to care about people other than themselves? Well, it sounds like the true believers are starting to foment a little bit of class consciousness, maybe. Never mind, we are goated. I didn't get the opportunity to I guess the nobles of the north weren't as upset about that as the nobles of the counts and the coast. Seeking a simulacrum. Up in the north, Chief Scavenger Vincent is hosting a grand feast at his clan hall. You said you had a surprise for me? Aye, here it is. Behold. Your greatness, what are you doing here at such an hour? Sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any. Ah ha ha, quit babbling, you scaredy cat. This isn't the king. It's a peasant who's the king's spitting image. Gods be good, just in time. The spy master trusts us, and we can move to the next phase, kidnapping the king and putting this fool in his place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom in utter chaos, bad enough that the king's abduction can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage in their scheme, the chiefs must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. A little bit of an order there. Avalanche. Rising tempers and stop the presses. Let's see what's going on with rising tempers. We are godless, bro. We have 0 religion. It's the old gods, though. You guys, you don't have faith in like the ninth god or whatever, but you guys adhere to the old gods. Your Serene Highness, your queen consort is out of control, completely unhinged. Why? I think she broke my nose. Oh, Gilf, you're getting the shit beat out of you by my wife. Apologies, Gilf, but you were insulting my parents. I only spoke the truth. Regardless, you were the one who escalated to violence. I demand recompense for my injury. I've been living on a wire, the balance in between these two check marks. Let's see how long I can skirt this line. Enough of this pettiness. You throw Lord Patrician Gilf, connoisseur's accusations out with him. Your wife sneers with satisfaction. Okay. This is another dynasty event. We're really having a problem with these printing presses. I will remember that. Let's see what's going on with the avalanche in the north. It's not personal, Gilf. I'm tap dancing over here. Like I'm treading a fine line. A devastating avalanche has buried a mountain village within my domain. There were few survivors. I suppose the kingdom should lend a helping hand. A tragedy, there's nothing in the kingdom. The other nobles are under no obligation to help the north, but surely they will vote with compassion. Oh my fucking god. Fucking hell no on this one. Hell fucking no. Oh fucking no. Veto, veto, veto. Jesus, that's gonna bankrupt the entire kingdom. Alright, I guess it's one or the other on this one. Okay, but if you raise funds and we don't try to further our plans more, you'll have two votes dedicated to getting you monies for the rest of the campaign to stop the partitions. Well, it's not going to be this run right here, because that was going to bankrupt me entirely. Like, you lose the game when you have $0, so I was definitely not going to let that happen. Oh. I don't even know which one of these. There is nothing to be done. Instruct the Archbishop to lead a memorial for the lost. They've already got pretty high defiance. Although I can't imagine there is nothing to be done is gonna make that any better either. Exactly, you just need to raise your treasury so we could move on. Well, I haven't even been given an option to raise my treasury, though. Every monetary option I have has been spending money. Maybe when tax season comes around. Let's see. This is a tough one. These are both not great options. Well, I guess this is kind of a devil I know versus devil I don't. I don't know what kind of calamity will happen if I select that one, so I guess I'll just go with that. Fortunately, the Archbishop decides to take the opportunity of the memorial to blame the disaster on the victims, claiming that the ninth god has punished the North for their pagan ways. That sounds accurate. Chiefs are furious. Yeah, that's the Archbishop. Always going around blaming the victims. Alright, Lord Patrician Gilf, your esteemed highness, some anonymous firebrand in the coast is spreading most inflammatory pamphlets. They're casting aspersions against you. It's that damn printing press. Yes, your esteemed highness, but something's different this time. They're not just calling you a bad king, they're criticizing the very concept of monarchy. This is republicanism. And not in Kurth, but in our very own kingdom. What should we do? Oh, my authority lowered. Track down the printers responsible. Anyone carrying such a pamphlet should be killed on the spot. Woo! Oh boy. Forbid the use of printing presses altogether. Allow the pamphlets to circulate. I would like to talk to the... Let me see if I can get on this guy's podcast. All right, I'm going to bribe you guys. I'm going to bribe you guys. Help me get on this guy's podcast. I want to talk to him straight up and figure out what his gripe is about monarchies. Man, we keep getting these ties. This is a dice roll too, so we don't know. That's 3 king votes in a row, goddamn. Hey, sometimes it pays to make alliances, all right? Sometimes it pays to make the alliances. But, we'll see. We'll see if it actually does end up working out. The spy master was good. Okay, we found him. It turns out the printer responsible is a rogue professor kicked out of Whale University for anti-monarchistic thoughts. Or monarchist thoughts. He smuggled a printing... How the fuck do you smuggle a printing press out of the university? To make matters worse, I think he was funded by the Republic of Kurth. Oh, we've got foreign agents. The troublesome professor is put to death. Damn, we didn't even fucking have a say in that. And the printing press is thrown into the river. For now, you sleep easy. My authority got restored. But my stability went down a little. What do you need? 4? The scholars can be killed, ideas can't. For the first time, people across the kingdom seriously contemplate the idea of a republic. But for now, it remains a French faction of rabble-rousers and radicals. Alright, so stability went down a little. Auction. God damn, Lulu, how are you so fucking rich? You and Toaster. Vince has got a chunk too. Well, I mean, this is where you spend your money. I've been bribing y'all, so I feel like we want a library. I think we might want a library. Let's get some edumacation going for our kingdom here. Prison? No, we don't need a prison. Let's get rid of that prison. But we do need the library. We gotta just get rid of that prison. What is the option that actually... I know that the stadium decreases military. What's the option that increases military? If there is one. There might not even be one. Did you guys let that stadium or that prison? Well, it bounces out. It was a wash. I'm okay with that. Biggest contributor is Toaster. Thank you, Toaster. Thank you for negating the prison. Northern outrage, poor harvest, and about your heir. Your marriage to Desdemona has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall, though it began as a political arrangement, has blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Alright. Well, we're gonna go the old-fashioned route. And we will have a warrior child. If I don't get to do my war, then maybe my heir can do the war. We need to get down there. We need to... That's the problem. The coast... The war options are only ever there, only ever viable, it seems, when the barons of the march are present. Listen, we put them in jail, but we give them books. The cycle lives on. Yeah, that's called rehabilitation. I demand the Archbishop apologize for insulting us at the Avalanche Memorial the other month. We may worship different gods than the rest of you, but we're all citizens of the same kingdom. We deserve respect. Sack the Archbishop and replace him with one who will keep his mouth shut. Order the Archbishop to apologize. I like that option. Stay silent on the matter or declare the Archbishop has the king's full support. I'm gonna vote for B. The monarch's casting his own vote for B. Oh, you guys want to fire the guy? Damn, we're just gonna straight up be like, look, the numbers are hard this time of year. We need to do some reorganizing. We need to do some restructuring. All right, well, I guess it's gonna be this. All right, I guess I don't know why the partitions are siding with the North to lower my stability. We gotta deal with these guys. Oh, that really lowered my stability. 2 burly officers drag the Archbishop from this church still dressed in his striped pajamas. His replacement is installed before nightfall. The Archbishop's sacking satisfies the North, but the rest of the kingdom is in shock at such treatment of a holy man. In sermons up and down the country, priests preach that you are a tyrant. Alright, well, heard worse. Alright, Chief Noyce, bad news, Your Majesty. We have suffered an extremely poor harvest in the north. Unseasonably bad weather is to blame. Farming is now meager. That's a shame. Fortunately, it'll be a tough winter. Wait, that was it? That was it? That's a shame. Alright, sucks to suck, North. Guess you're not getting any help after you tanked my stability. What more would you want from me? I think the Greens are working with the Chiefs in secret. I think it's not that much of a secret anymore. I think they are outright working with the Chiefs. Up in the north, Chief Scavenger Vincent has gathered his fellow plotters for a hike through the mountains. The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect. We have to strike. What do you intend us to do? Swoop in and kidnap the king in full view of the honor guard and palace watch? No, of course not. We need to use the chaos to our advantage. We have 2 options. All right, I guess you're doing another vote. Lure the king to the north and abduct him there. Manufacture a food crisis and kidnap the king during the relief efforts. I don't know if the king is gonna be given how he responded to your farming issue. I don't think he's gonna be around for any relief efforts. Manufacture a food crisis? All right. If the north is gripped in famine, we can convince the king to come visit us. Kiss babies, hand out bread, that sort of thing. That's when we strike. One king rides north, another king rides home. But what about our own citizens? Won't they starve? Ah, nonsense. Northerners are hardy folk. We can handle a few months without food. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower their farming to 1 or less. Oh, Jesus, that's like nothing. All right. Tax the chiefs. The tax that counts, because you guys have the money to spare, and you've been wanting me to raise the finances anyways. And I may have to shit. I'm gonna stand pat with the partitions, because they're pretty aggrieved against me. How convenient. All right, let's see. Oh, we've got 1 in each region this time. Curious Discovery, The Monster Unleashed. Uh-oh. And a Heretical Discovery. A Curious Discovery and a Heretical Discovery. Let's do The Monster Unleashed first. It's a day like any other. You're sitting in the council hall listening to your nobles argue about something or other. Today's session is getting particularly heated. Gods be good, Scavenger Vincent. Gods be good, my good count. You must understand my position. We simply cannot lower tariffs. Count Toaster, II. Your profiteering will leave me penniless. Penniless! Oh dear, get away from me. I feel faint. Oh, are you about to beast out? Someone fetch a physician. I have half a mind to... Awoo! Oh, he fucking teen wolfed on everyone. Before the astonished eyes of the council, Count Maniacal Toast II flesh rips and bulges. Jet black hair spreads across his body. Huge gleaming claws sprout out from his fingers. With incredible speed, Count Toast II pounces on Chief Scavenger Vincent and clamps his jaws on the screaming chief's throat. Oh shit, Toaster just fucking wiped Gabriel out. That's what you get for scheming. That's what you get for scheming against me. Hell yeah. A greater alliance has never been forged. Good job, Toaster. Good job, Toaster. I sneakily give the wolf like a down low high five when nobody's looking. Shock gives way to panic when the monster turns its glowing eyes their way. The council hall fills with shrieks and blubbering. So Chief Scavenger Vincent has died. Scavenger Vincent II has joined the council. I got that chomping. F. I did it for you, my king. I appreciate it and I applaud your effort and your loyalty. I shall avenge my father. Ah, help! Sweet ninth above. Honor guard, protect me. I'm just gonna go with sweet ninth above. Your Eastern Knights charge, reciting battle poetry as they swing their swords. The monster tears them apart one by one, splattering the walls with blood, but suffers dozens of wounds. Once your honor guard are dead, the monster leaps on you, sinking its scarlet fangs into your shoulder, but then a final shudder. It dies as its last blood gushes from its wound. You stand in the gore-soaked council hall, catching your breath and clutching your injured soldier. The cowardly nobles have fled, taking advantage of the monster's distraction. Only the spymaster and the marshal remain. So, Toaster, couldn't control those urges. You came after the king, and you ended up number 3. You don't see that every day. Are you all right, Your Majesty? I need medical assistance. The marshal fetches the royal physician. Hurriedly begins bandaging your shoulder. Rumor of the attack quickly spreads among the peasants, who promptly panic, declaring that half the nobles are secret monsters. The wound is slow to heal. Thankfully, it doesn't appear infected. Your physician expects a full recovery. Well, I'm about to turn into a wolf man. I'm about to turn into a wolf man in short order. It's me with a mustache on my mustache. Eat that, you foul beast. I knew we should have burned you. Greed and bloody gluttony, the twin daggers of any downfall. I was on your side, Toaster, for shame. No, you weren't. You conspired. Toaster was on my side. Until he bit me. High Inquisitor. You're just fucking... Anything good ever come from the... I guess if we were a community that were more inclined to play the faith role, maybe these people would be viewed in a positive light. But every time they show up, some bullshit happens. I bring troubling news. Not quite, Your Highness. A group of individuals in the coast are meeting in secret to preach heretical teachings and engage in rituals. They are adherents of the cults of the Undivided. They believe the 9th god did not destroy the 8th deposed gods, but is in fact all of them rejoined together in unholy union. Pure sacrilege. Regrettably, I require the council's permission to launch a proper investigation, otherwise my inquisitors would have destroyed the cult before it had a chance to spread. This isn't worth our time, let's forget about them. Forget the nobles, I give you my express permission. Well, I don't know if I want to do that option. I guess dismissing it outright. Heresy is a disease, Your Highness. If you do not cure it quickly, it will spread and become uncontrollable. You will regret your hesitancy. With nothing to rein them in, the cultists of the Undivided thrive in the faithless region of the coast, spreading their influence and gaining followers by the week. I'm okay with that. Maybe at a certain point, the cultists of the Undivided will have a war against the the True Believers of Smote Limongrave. Yo, what's up, Royal? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? We should play a game of Total War someday. I mean, I haven't played a Total War game since Shogun, which I think came out in like 1997. Your Majesty will recall the devastating avalanche that struck north. Yes, I remember a tragedy. The avalanche uncovered an ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We suspect it may be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals pried the door and investigated within. They did not return. Send a group of renowned northern warriors to explore the ruins. Send a team of scholars to Quell University. Order the tomb shut back up. Not gonna do that. I'll let y'all choose between those two. The True Believer re-emerged with the main church after they compromised. Oh yeah, you're right. That's true. They did do the compromise. I dreamed you got married and wait, what? And I couldn't go to your wedding because I had another wedding. Another wedding the same day and you were mad at me? That's a very specific dream. You got married, but I also had another wedding to go to, so you chose someone else's wedding over my wedding is what I'm hearing. Like, you made the calculated decision that mine was second tier. It was a lower tier wedding. That's cause for anger, I believe. It's our tomb, we should explore it, not some bookworms from some university. I'll send the warriors. Why not? The North has no short supply of warrior heroes. The only problem is finding a group who are willing to work together. There are a lot of ancient feuds to tiptoe around. And she's finally settled on a champion named Hrothver, known for juggling live scorpions. He will lead a band of brave warriors into the tomb. We hope to hear back from them soon. Discontent on the rise. Back in the east, a secret cadre of counts have met at Count Monogatosha III. Third's keep once more. Okay, so it's the son of the werewolf. A blood red wine is passed around merrily as they discuss their recent success. Count Toaster III. The peasants are getting rowdy, and it's all thanks to us. Now that they know how much wealth the king's hiding, they're itching to get rid of him. Countess Lulu II. Somehow still surviving all of this. Careful, usually Lulu is the target of all the killing. Careful we don't get them too riled up, mind you, or they'll start asking questions about our wealth as well. Yes, now is the time to incite some real chaos. Show them that King Zero II is not only greedy but utterly incompetent too. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Well, that one's already accomplished too. I'm gonna keep my laws. You know, I was already committed to one wedding and you announced yours after. Okay, so now we can focus on keeping your money up and raising that farming. Wait, why do we need to raise the farming? Hey, listen, we didn't mean to do that time. You like got married suddenly and I was like supposed to be in someone's wedding, but I was not in your wedding anyway. I unlocked like so many new stress dreams. That is a very strange stress dream to unlock, but I assure you I would not be upset about something like that. Your welcome counts for lowering stability for you. Remember this kindness of ours that was totally intentional. Totally, it would Holy shit, it would be so funny if we get the next goal finished next round by mistake. I mean, that may happen. That very well might be the case. The Chiefs want their farming lowered. Oh, yeah. I did see that. I did. Okay, yeah. I forgot about that one. We foresaw you would also need the stability lowered, so we chose that one. Yeah, I'm sure that was your. Uh-oh. My Daggerfall werewolf transition is about to take place. Let's figure out what's going on with Hrothgar first. We have received word from Hrothgar, your majesty. He has returned from his expedition, or his exploration of the mountain tomb. Ah, he's back. Yes, he is. Unfortunately, your majesty, this is not a cause for celebration. Hrothgar now marches at the head of an army of magic warriors made entirely from ice. They believe Hrothgar is their ancient king. Troubling news indeed. The traitor Hrothgar plans to take your throne with his frozen army. You don't have long to decide on a response. What do you suggest? This treachery must be stamped out. Well, obviously. Order the chiefs to gather their army and face Hrothgar in battle. Well, that's gonna... They do have a good military, but... Send an assassin after Hrothgar? God, that's gonna take all my fucking money. Do nothing. What are you doing? Alright, I'll leave you alone then, Jesus. I mean, you look cute as hell, but... Shelby is on the floor, lying on her back with, like, I guess a paper towel in her paw, just wiping her face with a paper towel. Also, in the same dream, my cousin would not hug me and I had to catch a plane, but still had to pack a bunch of stuff. I did not have room or suitcase rose a lot. Your dream is just like realistic stuff. That just realistic stress that may happen on any given day. I would like for the Chiefs to face Hrothgar in battle. I mean, I feel like I'm not going to get any opportunity.
No surprise there.
I feel like I'm not going to get any opportunity to like invade any country in this run for whatever reason. So we may as well fight. If we're going to fight a battle, we may as well fight Hrothgar and his frozen army. I'm going to vote for A. Or not. No, that's a veto. I don't want to veto A. No. Get rid of that. I want to vote for A. The order of that O and E is kind of important. I'm voting for A. I wonder if I can get the cat cam going real quick. You can see this ridiculous lady. Oh, I don't have a... Add one real quick. Add one in time. Oh, she got a... You little bitch. You knew that I was trying to pop up a cat cam so I could show people how ridiculous you were being. You knew it. You knew it. Little weasel. Yeah, I'm talking. Little weasel. Okay, I can't, she does not like to be perceived. I can't perceive her. He does not like to be perceived. Let's see the coin flip then. I never play to win, so I'm fine. Is it Monarch vote 4 or 5 now? Two nobles and the Monarch voted for. Order the Chiefs. All right, let's go. Let's see what the Chiefs... Oh. The resultant war is bitter. The Ice Warriors are formidable foes, inhumanely strong and untiring, each killing dozens of soldiers before it falls. But eventually, your numbers win the day. Well, you see, that was actually one that ended up working out in your favor. I was hopeful that the military of the Chiefs might be able to fucking reign, but nope. In the aftermath, the Chiefs' army is devastated and much of the countryside is barren. A bruised Hrothgar is brought before you in chains. Well, off with the head. Roaring mad with laughter, Hrothgar is dragged away to face the axe. And undercutting. I want to speak to you today about a delicate matter, your most august majesty. It concerns the honey trade. Ah, yes, I'm very familiar with it. Then you will understand our position. You see, the counts have a lot of open grassland in the east. The counts have a lot of open... Oh, really? What the fuck are you calling? Oh my god, are you kidding me? This thing is so... Oh my god. How in the hell did this... That's enough firing I have going on. You little fucking rodent. I've got eyes on you now, Galby. I'll be able to catch you at a moment's notice when you start doing ridiculous shit. Anyways, oops, I didn't even read that. Now, bees don't really like the north, too cold up there, but the Chiefs sure love honey. How else would they make their meat so sweet? So they import tons of it from the east. Traditionally, we partitions have facilitated this trade, making sure that a fair deal was reached on both sides, yet now the Chiefs buy from the counts directly. They're cutting us out of the deal. You can't let them get away with it. Alright, you're right, that's despicable. Indeed. And you will call a consul together to deal with this? Actually, I don't think I will. What if I just pay you to forget about it? Or very well. Alright, let's fucking call a consul. Why not? Alright, A, force the Chiefs to continue buying honey from the partitions. Allow the free market to sort this out. Bring the honey trade under the authority of the king rather than partitions. Oh, shit. Ban the sale of honey altogether. What? I guess... I don't know what I want to do here. We're gonna veto that, though. Oh, she knows. She knows. She knows she's on camera. Scattering. Now, all of a sudden, she doesn't want to do anything but loaf up. Allow the free market to sort this one out. Oh, Jesus, that's always a bad idea. It's always a bad idea. Turns out that the free market doesn't care all that much about the partition's woes, and nothing can convince the council chiefs to stop doing business. That sounds accurate. Partitions lose grip on their monopoly while the other regions' economies thrive. Fevered dreams. All right, let's turn into a werewolf. Over the course of spring, you find yourself plagued by horrific dreams. You're running through the woods, full of screams as colossal jaws bites beast and human alike. You're always hunting, always hungry. The council has noticed your lack of sleep as you become tired and irritable during court sessions. Something must be done. Local position, hire a woods witch, go hunting. Ooh, ignore it. Let's ignore it. You push ahead. A few bad dreams won't hurt anyone, and the kingdom cannot afford to see you weak. Alright, let's find out what happens when I just fucking... it's no big deal. Up, it looks like the North gets their way. Your Majesty, the North is suffering a terrible food shortage. They've asked for you to visit and bolster their morale of starving peasants. Oh, but it's so cold. Wear a big coat. This will be a painless and good for your public image. You bid a fond goodbye to your wife. I can't believe you're wasting your time on hungry peasants. Peasants are always hungry. It's just the way of things. You embark on the long, perilous journey up north. After braving mountain roads and snowy passages, you reach your destination, a northern city. The streets are dotted with starved beggars, their ribs sticking through their skin. Your Highness, I'm so glad to see you. Come, let's lend our aid to the needy. You spend the day handing out bread to a hungry mob. As the sun sets, Scavenger Vincent II invites you back to his clan hall. Welcome, welcome. Take a seat by the fire, Your Greatness. Can I get you a drink? No need. Suit yourself, more for me. Your Greatness, there's someone I want you to meet. You hear soft footsteps, a curtain parts, and you are suddenly confronted yourself. Well, aren't you a handsome devil? You chiefs and your silly pranks, what will you think of next? You chiefs and you silly pranks, what will you think of next? The voice is almost, but not quite identical to your own. A little too nasally. Do you like it? Took a year of training to get the voice right. I love it. Can I keep it? Alas, Your Majesty, this creature belongs to me, and unlike you, why does he call it a creature? Isn't he just a peasant that looks like him? And unlike you, it does what I say, which makes it a definite upgrade. Men, a dozen northern warriors suddenly loom from the... By the way, why isn't my Kingsguard with me on this one? Loom from the shadows. Strong hand seize you roughly and... What the fuck? Why did this thing fall? And bundle you towards the door. Quick, we must make sure his body won't be discovered. A bag is stuffed over your head and your arms tied behind your back. You're loaded onto a mule like a sack of grain. As you jolt around on the mule, you have plenty of time to contemplate your upcoming demise. It's funny, the kingdom won't even notice you're gone. Perhaps Desdemona will realize, but by then it'll be too late. You'll already be dead. When the bag is whipped off your head, you find yourself standing over a mist-shrouded waterfall. Far below, the water, white water churns and seethes. Any last words? May the seventh god feast on your eyeballs in hell. Can't work this out. Beautiful view up here, or no last words. Well, just stay silent. Mute yourself. Chief Scavenger Vincent II takes a step back and kicks you nonchalantly off the edge. It's a long way down. Your screams are drowned out by the thundering water. Long live the new king, same as the old king. All right, the Chiefs win. Yo, what's up, Joe? Welcome to the stream. Even though now that this game is over, I'm probably going to end it here shortly. Yes, all hail the God Rock. Cragly be thy name. Were it not your highness, you will have the honor of being executed via death by the holy rock. Your Kingsguard got mauled by a certain toaster. No, but they didn't get replaced, though. Usually whenever your Kingsguard gets killed, you choose a replacement. This is vengeance for my father. Hey, just in time to see it in. Nobody would ever know that the king had been replaced by an imposter. It isn't mentioned in history books. Only the chiefs knew, and they took the secret to their graves. Unable to convince the peasants to act in time, the count's scheme fizzled into irrelevancy. Perhaps next time they take matters into their own hands instead of hinging their plans on the whims of common folk. The partitions failed to turn the kingdom's debts against it, and the moment had passed. Ever practical, they set about collecting interest and hoarding wealth, waiting for the time to scheme once more. The chief's doppelganger was in power long enough to name Sven his heir before meeting his own unfortunate end. The chief's grip on the crown was secure for now. All right, King Zero, 2 years, 3 months. Although he never did get an heir, he didn't reach that point in 2 years' time. I guess Desdemona was too busy sword fighting. Wealthiest noble, Lulu by a considerable margin. Poorest noble is Gilf. And I guess this is King Sven. We ended with authority at 7, stability at 3, 2,800 in the bank. All in all, the kingdom wasn't in the worst shape in the world. Stability could have been better, but the kingdom wasn't in the worst shape in the world. Zero the Second got a bum rap. He was a pretty stable ruler. I feel like the next game that I run on this, I want to have the Barons of the March, because I want to see a military campaign. I've never won based off of military. Like military and faith, I think, are the two I haven't seen endings for yet. So I need to get those. Not bad ruling overall. You just had the rug pulled under you. I mean, that's the name of the game, isn't it? It was a good run, but you were too concerned with threading the wealth needle? No. I was threading every needle. The problem was, you see, whenever I have an option where there's like a dice roll, I just want to roll the dice. So when Hrothgar and his ice army showed up, I rolled the dice, and the chiefs got wiped, and it wiped their farmland. And wiping that farmland did me in. I should not have rolled those. If I had not rolled those dice, who knows where I would be at right now. Zero actually had a pretty uncanny ability to thread that needle. I don't think I've ever played a round of this game where I was capable of navigating those checkboxes to that degree. That was actually pretty unique. That was a unique run for that reason. Usually it's way more chaotic, but Zero the Second had a good handle on things. That needle threading was nuts. Usually wealth is jumping up and down insanely fast. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was pretty remarkable management on Zero's part. I gotta hand it to him. He was honestly, he was kind of a boring leader. In times past, I've had monarchs who was like cheating on their wives with pirate queens and banging fishmen and doing all sorts of crazy things. And this guy was just kind of dull. He was just basically an accountant. He was an accountant that wanted to be a military advisor, but didn't know how to do anything with the military. Zero the Second was really good with their money, but they did not pay enough attention to the blue. I'm still happy that my defense speech saved me. I don't know if the speech saved you. That speech was I feel like it probably may have done more harm than good. Should I start a new dynasty? I'm probably going to end the stream here in a bit, but I want to kind of get, I want to get the Barons of the March in there. I want to get the Barons of the March because I want to do military shit. I want to do military shit. Yes, he will be Warmonger Hargrove of the Mass Murder Dynasty. The Barons will be a part of it. And I'll do the Counts and the Chiefs again. Look at her. Look at her. She has never been more aware. This cat is too smart. She has never been more aware of like when she is being perceived by people. She knows she is being perceived. She is like, I am not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything cute. I'm not going to do anything weird. I'm just going to sit here like a statue. Noise is in the Barons of the March. Oh, geez. So, like, the North just moved to the Barons. Toaster is in the North with Vince. And Joe, Gilf, and Lulu are in the East. All right, let's get on with the coronation. All right, nobles, what are we doing? Hosting a lavish party with jugglers, fountains of wine. Force the commodores to swear a blood oath. Yes. Throw the monarch into the river, or the nobles must put on a vast banquet for the monarch. I'm gonna vote for forcing the commoners to swear a blood oath. If this is gonna be my military campaign, I'm gonna be militaristic about this shit. Force the commoners to swear a blood oath. Oh, we're still going? Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna set this up for maybe one season and then call it a night. We'll do one season of events. Blood Oath it is. I don't know if I've seen this one before. The common citizens of the capital are lined up in a winding queue that loops along a dozen streets. One by one, they are brought before the throne, bowing and scraping. After a bit of prodding from your watchmen, each citizen slices their palm and smears their blood on your boots, swearing eternal loyalty. No amount of scrubbing will save your shoes after this. The last monarch to hold a blood oath ceremony was King Timion the Mad, who also once declared war, hell yeah, on the color blue. Okay, that's a little weird. I was stoked by that first part. Last part, not so much. The peasants in part because blue's my favorite color. The peasants mutter darkly that another tyrant now sits the throne. All right, let's get the consul introductions out of the way. We have Chief Toaster. All right. Got Chief Toaster. Good luck on the days ahead, Hydus. You'll need to deal with us a lot. Certain. Countess Lulu, as always. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Highness. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. And Baron Gabe, looking very red. Hail and well met, my liege. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. Hall fills with raised voices. All that jazz. Now, path to victory. Your Majesty, when you die, how you hope the king to remember you? Conquer, conquer, conquer. A warrior monarch is sure to be remembered fondly if they win more battles than they lose. I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Adelis of the Noise bloodline, powerful Marcher General, stands before a blazing hearth yelling at full volume. When have the barons of the March ever backed down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Alright. Intimidation, uprising, or propaganda. Propaganda seems to be counter to the vibes of the March. The barons plan to persuade the population that only a charismatic general can protect them. First, the common folk must be afraid. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Finn of the Dude Vince clan, sinister northern Godspeaker, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter monarch warmonger Hargrove. How do we make that happen? Alright, who's on the chiefs here? Toaster and Vince. Sorcery, subterfuge, or Ragnarok? Toaster, I like how you always want to collaborate, but everybody you ask what they're thinking, like, immediately votes. They're just like, no collabs, I'm just gonna vote. All right, Ragnarok. The chiefs plan to make an alliance with the Ice Giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak, or the Giants won't take their proposals seriously. To advance their schemes, the chiefs must raise their military to 5 or more at 4 seasons. Oh, that's in alignment with my goal. Valentin of the Lulu Deadly Dynasty, eccentric reformed cultist, leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We could bring back those days of glory, but not while the false monarch, warmonger Hargrove, wears the crown. This would be Lulu, Gilf, and Joe. Doppelganger, Ascension, or Possession? Ascension. Anytime faith is an option for the counts, that's like an automatic, that's like a given. The counts plan to induct the monarch into their secret cult and offer them immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. To advance their scheme, counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. There is... Oh wait, it's the chiefs that are 0. Actually, oddly enough, the counts have faith for some reason. Let's try that. I don't think we've ever done anonymous voting before. Alright, let's do this season and then I'll call it. Pick my honor guard. Your Grace, I have a brilliant idea. Why don't you hold a battle royale to choose your honor guard? If you let us host in the East, I'll even pay for it. The spectacle will boost our economy massively, and of course I'm confident the Eastern Knights will win. Your Majesty, this is pointless. Why don't you just choose your honor guard and have done with it? Fuck no, we're holding a battle royale, bitch. How exquisite. I'll begin organizing the event at once. A week later, you receive word that the battle royale is due to begin. Held on the battlements of Countess Lulu Deadly's castle, you travel down to spectate, along with a horde of murder fans from across the kingdom. Well, I mean, this is the murder kingdom. Welcome one and all. Today's competitors are Northern Warrior Heroes, Eastern Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the Baron's battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Who will you support? I'm going to support the veterans of the march. I think our Eastern Knights will surprise you. Probably. The bell rings, the marcher soldier charges like a bull, his sword ready and sword already swinging. The Northern Warrior blocks it with his battle axe, grunting with effort. The Northern Warrior scarcely has time to catch his breath before the Eastern Knight is also upon him, raising her voice in a song. Sparks fly as blades clash. The three fighters dart back and forth, almost too fast for your eye to follow. Once, twice, a blade finds its mark. Blood sprays, and finally, someone stands victorious. I feel like this shall be rigged. They rigged it. I'm calling it. You don't think you're the Baron. You're on the Baron. I thought you were still the Chiefs. You don't think the Baron's got it? Who do you think then? Who do you think's gonna catch it? You think it's gonna be the Order of the Drowned Rose? I don't know. I think. Well, it was a 40% dice roll, so yeah, the Baron's probably not gonna survive this one. It's the Northern Warrior, stoically wiping blood off his battle axe. His opponents lie dead at his feet. Well, there you go. Blood and stars. They must have cheated, or we just got unlucky. Regardless, you have a new honor guard, Your Grace, but not the one you wanted. With that, the battle royale is over. Everyone agrees it was a fine day for those who survived, and the Eastern Army attracts a wave of new recruits. Cool. All right, well, I guess I don't have a problem having honor guards of the night of the North. We do not forget this insult, and we do not forgive. Wait, what insult? You guys won, right? Yeah, you're in the Chiefs. You won. Speaking of the Chiefs, let's see what's going on with the songstress. Chief Monaco Toaster, Your Highness, a bard who calls herself the songstress has been making waves in the North. Her performances are attracting huge crowds, so huge that there have been brawls and stampedes as people push closer to the stage. There have been no deaths yet, but it's only a matter of time. With every concert, the riots get worse. What can we do to nip this in the bud? What should be done about the growing popularity of the songstress? A. Ban her from performing. B. Ensure her shows have adequate security. C. Invite her to the palace for a private show. D. This is not a matter for the council's attention. I'm gonna veto this one that lowers the military, that's for sure. C ends badly? Is this? I think I vaguely remember this one then. Although I didn't think this one... I don't know, maybe it does end badly. You know, Toaster, if you hadn't said C ends badly, I'm not sure everybody would have jumped on C. She robs you? I think that's that one. Yeah, like she has some kind of a magical power or some shit like that. Mother of Mountains, instead of stopping this madness, we reward it. Your Chancellor extends an invitation to the songstress for a performance in your palace. It is graciously accepted. You can't wait to see what all the fuss is about. And border raids. Count Joker. Your Grace, those damn chiefs are up to their old tricks. Chief Vince has been leading his warriors on raids into my lands. Nobody was hurt, but they shook down my peasants for petty coin and stole cabbages straight from my fields. Oh, the cabbages. Chief Vince, with his mug of ale. How dare you? accuse me of something like that again, and it's my axe you'll answer to. Your greatness, I have no idea what Count Joe's talking about. Maybe they've had too much wine, eh? Order Chief Vince to compensate Chief Joe for the stolen goods. Send the spy bastard to investigate the claims. Tell Count Joe to bring proof when making accusations. I don't have a preference for any of these, but I'm going to do anonymous voting just because I've never used it before. Let's see what this looks like. We still know who voted for what. Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't understand the purpose of it then. Like, what is the purpose of anonymous voting if you can see in the chat who votes for what? It's tied at 3. For the party game mode. They should be specific about that then. Like, hey, this one only works for party game mode. All right, what am I doing? Ordering Vince to compensate Joe or send the spy master to investigate? Let's investigate. I'm insulted that the council doesn't believe me. And I'm insulted that the council doesn't believe me. You send the spy master to see if Count Joe's accusations hold water, but the northern border is distant. It'll be a few weeks before she gets back. All right, fair enough. All right, let's get this auction done, and then I'm going to call it for the night. Yo, hey, my dog. Or big chats. Yeah, I guess big chats, it would have more value there, too. No, you want to play a little piece. Oh, what do we get? I saw a B. We got a prison. Oh, Jesus, gotta lower my stability even more. All right, I'm gonna end it here. Gonna pick this up next time. Oh. All right. Good stream. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. GG's. We have to assure a victory. GG, seriously? Hey, no problem. Thank you. Thank you for that. Good night. Hey, thanks for joining me, everyone. I appreciate it, as always. King of the Castle, I usually play on Saturdays, so we'll probably pick this up next Saturday unless I feel like doing it on a Wednesday. I don't know. There's no order here. It's all chaos. This is a chaos stream, but very likely playing it next Saturday. I'll be back streaming on Tuesday, probably trying to get further down Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas. But hope to see you then. If not, take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you when I see you. Take it easy, everyone.